small things I need to work with all this technology and developers and folks and
No, I appreciate you sharing. Thank you. Anybody else got any questions or?
I wanted to ask a question.
Sure, go right ahead.
Yeah,
You may have mentioned this, but what city did you say that tax abatement is in?
in Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis. Okay. Thank you.
Oops, you got some competition now coming. Look at that. Uh-oh.
That's good. Competition is always good.
So question, you mentioned that you have a relationship with a bunch of brokerages and, just individuals in the real estate market. Now, you get deals every day. What happens to the deals that you think aren't deals? Do you just let those walk away, or?
We are pretty sure that it will come back. If it's not working for us at the 20% GP-LP split, most of the syndications are 25-75 or 30-70, right? So for them, it's not going to work.
Okay.
Unless they go crazy or unless there is a 1031 buyer, the deals will come back and it will come back to the reality. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good question.
Hey, this is Jay. Do you pass on depreciation back to your investors?
Yes, we do even accelerated depreciation too. So first year during the acquisition and some of our deals, we gave up to 90+% accelerated depreciation too.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of contingency plan you have to protect your capital for when something happens to the sponsors, God forbid?
The sponsors, so usually it's a team, right? Not everybody will be gone at the same time. I hope not. And obviously you have KPs.
No company outings.
Yeah, and you have KPs who can take over in case the GP is not doing their duty, right? So because they're signing the loan and all, so you have that structure, and also you have LPs who can elect a GP in case the GPs are not there. Or those kind of organizational choices are there for the structure. And then the second piece I did not understood, like when you say how do you protect or whatever you were asking, right? Well, what was that piece again? It's
Right. Like you guys have skin in the game as a GP, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have an experience in asset class and other submarkets? We have people with construction background and acquisition, asset management and stuff like that.
We do have experience, right? Yes, our first deal, it's a learning curve for us. After that, it's like you can count down. Now I have done enough deals, so I know majority of the regular tasks, unless there is something beyond our control happens. For example, COVID, right? We did not expect that to happen. So obviously the entire industry learned from COVID, not only me, right? So those kind of events, we are still vulnerable. I mean, other than that, the regular ones we handle by ourselves. And if we have something going on, which we feel that we need some more expert guidance, we have mentors, right? We reach out to mentors and we reach out to our extended network ecosystems. So we have the strong backing from all that. So we are very confident in that.
So have you done any full cycle? Have they had a deal complete a full cycle and provide returns to the investor?
So most of the deals are designed for 5 years. So far, I've been in the industry for 3 years. Yet we are selling a couple of our deals already. So we are reaching whatever has been promised for 5 years in 3 years for a couple of deals. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
So
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
That's great.
Hey, quick question, Sridhar.
Sure.
For somebody starting out new, do you have any advice? I know obviously reaching to the level you you have is kind of like almost impossible in this day and age, probably in this market.
No, nothing is
Any
impossible.
what?
So first of all, clear that mindset. Okay. Don't think that you have the limitation. It's like your imagination is your limitation. Okay. So go for that, and then you can do it. If I did it, I'm not a super smart in all these activities. I've learned through the process, and then similarly, you can also do it.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's probably the best advice that you've given all night, other than that. That's probably the biggest gold egg there. Goodness gracious. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, quick question. If you don't have any capital to invest, is there any way that you would be able to acquire funding to purchase a starter property?
Sure. Yeah. Not all the GPs have money to invest in,
Mhm.
right? And then you need to partner with somebody who has money, and then go for property together, and then you structure the deal in such a way that you're fairly compensated among yourself for GP
Okay.
split.
If is there any way that you would, without having to partner with somebody and splitting the equity on the property with someone else, is there a way to like maybe get a loan without like proof of income or something like that?
So in this multifamily business, right, usually they look for a KP who can sign on the loan. And if somebody has money, right, they do that also. So if we are looking for that kind of setup, it is doable, yes.
Okay. So as long as your signer can show proof of funds.
Yep.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Mhm. Any other
Anybody
questions?
else? And Kay, I'd like to kind of expand on what you said. Is you really don't have to have money. You just have to have people that and believe in the deal and have money that they want to invest, and you depend how much they invest. You give them a part of the deal, right? That's probably the best way to do it. You could bring sweat equity. You could bring the deal itself. You could do all the underwriting, and that may be your contribution to the deal. And that's what syndication is using other people's money to purchase these properties. Now, at the level that he's at, obviously you're going to have to bring money because there's hundreds of units, but let's say it's an 80 unit or a 50 unit, you can work something out with somebody that, you do all the legwork, right? You bring the deal, you bring all that stuff and maybe put in a little bit of money and still get the deal done. So I don't think I think your question was, can you get a loan on top of the loan? And maybe I misunderstood you, Kay, so please correct me if you don't have any money.
Yeah. So what I was trying to understand is like, if you don't have any upfront capital to invest in the property, but you don't also like, if you don't have a job, for example, so you can't really show proof of income for a loan, would you still be able to like get a loan, I guess, in order to purchase a starter property, and then use that the I guess once you get a tenant in there, use those use the rent to kind of pay off that loan? Is there any way to kind of make that work?
So that's where you need to partner with others who has the money. So in every deal, right, when you do the syndications, you need to bring something to the table, right? Either money or the experience or the deal or some other activity, right? Then only you're valuable to the partnership and people would like to partner with you. So if you are able to find the deal, even though if you don't have money, there would be somebody who would be willing to join you and then pursue the deal. So you can look for those kind of people. So the best way is to attend these kind of meetups, webinars, and then network with them and get to know them. And if they have something similar interest, then you can team up. There are so many professionals who have a lot of money and they always look for additional income, right, from their money. So you can always pursue that option.
Okay. Yeah. That was actually going to be my next question, which you answered. I was going to ask how you can, find these interested individuals, but I guess I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That's a good question, Kay.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's awesome. Anybody
Yeah,
else
even-
got anything?
Even in our case, right, when we buy these 400 plus units, we need to give the guarantee for that loan amount, right? So I don't have that much of money, so I have to partner with somebody who has that level of money. So for $40 million property, I end up taking somewhere around $28 to $29 million loan, right? So somebody with a $28 million net worth should help me out to sign that loan. So I mean, so that's what is the challenge with the big properties, but at the same time, it has advantages too.
Well, exactly. And let me qualify or quantify what you're really looking for is somebody with a balance sheet, somebody that has the net worth and liquidity to go sign on that loan for the bank, whether it's recourse, meaning they can come back after you if the property fails, or non-recourse. So that's what you're talking about, is somebody who has a balance sheet, what we call it, the net worth, and also liquidity, meaning the bank's going to have requirements that they're going to have money or liquid cash in the bank, right? So that's kind of what you're talking. So you're teaming up with people such as that, right? Is that kind of, I'm simplifying it, and I appreciate it.
I have one more question.
Go right ahead.
So most deals you structure, Sridhar, do you go for accredited investors or 506B or C, those categories that you have there?
Until now, mostly 506B. What
Okay.
I learned from 506B is we were never hitting that 35 number. So it's kind of maybe 20 in some cases, even though the deals are big, only 20 non-accredited investors are showing up in our deals. We felt that it's better to go for 506C now. That way we can advertise in social media and other places, right? So.
Okay, and what's the typical minimum investment you are seeking?
I always keep in my investments at 50,000 as a minimum investment, because based on my experience and talking to people, a lot of people feel 50,000 to be more comfortable investing in taking that risk.
Yeah. Is there any place for us to register so we keep track of what's happening in your world and then choose to invest?
Sure. I think if Pat allows me.
Go right ahead, sir. That was my next couple questions here.
Sorry, Pat, I stole you.
No, dude, hey, I just opened the Zoom room. You guys control. So I'm
Perfect.
Thank you though. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So go ahead, Sridhar.
It's a growwealthtoretire.com is my portal. It's one of the ugliest portal out there. So I'm working.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I posted it in the
chat box. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So grow wealth to retire. So that's the website. So I'm working on the website. So see, that one was secondary because I did not use the website to raise funds so far. So first time 506C investors started looking at it and they say, your website looks really bad. So I said, okay, let me work on it.
Okay. All right.
I know somebody's going to be giving you an email either tonight or tomorrow, right?
Yeah. So there is a potential investor form link. Click on that and put it. Then I will keep you in my distribution list and then keep sending you.
Okay.
So right now I have that construction project open for 506C investors.
Okay. Yeah, I was actively looking at a couple PPMs right now. So I thought might as well look for the best of the, 3 and then pick maybe 2.
There you go.
Sure.
Thank you. Look at that. This is what this platform was made to do right here. We just connected people. That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I love it. Awesome. Okay. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah.
Thanks to you, Pat, I'm learning all these things.
Well, thank you. Thank you for attending it. All I do is make it, but you're welcome. Thank you very much. That's great. Aaron, did you have something? Is that what you wanted to say something, Aaron?
Yeah, well, I just want to say that the GOB network will be on Clubhouse starting tomorrow. Our first kickoff room will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. So if anybody's interested in GOB Network, please join us on Clubhouse. It'll be our first room tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Okay, great, great. You can put that in the chat there too. That'd be greatly appreciated. All righty. All right. Well, anybody else get any questions? I do want to respect everybody's time. We're about 5 minutes to the hour here.
Can we just add that the name of that taskmaster in the task manager in the chat, please?
The taskmaster in the chat.
Yes, I don't know what he called it, but the
Asana.
Asana,
Got it.
Yeah.
the spelling, please. Thank you.
Asana.
Yes,
Okay, yeah, got
yes,
it.
yeah, near.com, yeah.
Somebody posted it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's in there. And that's great. That's a great question. Now, the best way to do this, folks, is I'll show you how to save down the chat right now. I'll send it out tomorrow. Whoever attends, I'll send the chat out again. But how you do this in Zoom is open up the chat box and have it on your right-hand side of your screen. And where you go in there and type in your message, there's a file and there's those three little dots on the far right. You click on that and it says more. And it opens up a dialog box and it says save chat on top, you know, all the different commands. Click on save chat. And then what you want to do is save chat and then show in folder. And then you can save that anywhere in your desktop. Now, if you don't hit show in folder, it saves it in your Zoom downloads. You have to go find it. That's why I say just save file, save chat, show it in the folder, and you can take that screen and put it up on the other screen and save it when you have a chance, when you can label it. So, but I'm going to do the same thing once we close up here, but I wanted to share that with you so you got it. So you don't have to furiously be copying notes down and taking names, so that you'll have the complete chat. It'll be in a notepad format. You just have to go in and suck it into Excel and do it that way. So, all righty.
Is there any way to download the chat if you're on the Zoom app on your phone?
Good question. I will be sending the chat out tomorrow with the recording of this call, so I'll give it to you just for that reason. But no, I do not know how to do that. I use that on desktop.
Okay.
Good question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, listen, I'm gonna close it up here unless somebody else has another question. We got to get this gentleman some food because we raced him home, and I'm sure.
No, that is fine. That's fine. Perfectly fine. I love talking to people. Yeah, anything. Yeah.
I don't want to be responsible for you passing out here. Okay?
No.
You can't have that kind of
my
marketing.
day just started. My day just started. So
that's true. That is true.
So,
that is true.
Until 6-7 p.m. I'm working for paying the bills. From 6 p.m. onwards, I'm working for building the wealth. So
There you go. So, well, typically, what time would that mean? Typically, what time do you see yourself going to bed? Because obviously, some
12.
people, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wake up at 8, but
Okay, so you get up at 8 and then obviously start your work day. Okay.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
That's great. Well, I mean, I really love the fact that you're disciplined and you actually have, pockets. I think I get shiny object syndrome like the rest, right? I'm going to do this, but you are very dedicated, and it shows in your results, right? I mean, it's 1,600 units. That's very commendable. And thank you for spending time with us, and sharing your story. I really appreciate that. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
I'm very thankful for the opportunity, to meet all these folks here and then sharing, and then hope they can learn something out of it. And if they have any question, right, feel free to shoot me an email. I will give my email also.
Thank you very much. That's gracious. That's very grateful. Thank you. That's
yeah. Sridhar at growwealth2retire.com. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Awesome. Okay. Well, is anybody? I'm going to ask one more time, and then I'm going to close it up here. Anybody have a last minute question or? Okay.
Hi, I have a last minute question. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hi, my name is Amanda Das Gupta. I'm new to real estate. Maybe a couple years ago, I was going to enroll into the Strather Academy that's in Southeast Michigan and Detroit. And I'm interested in knowing what is the best route to go about with real estate. Is there certain literature that you can read or articles of work somewhere that you can look into every day to make sure that you're staying abreast of everything?
You want me to answer that?
You can take it, and then I'll
Okay.
put my 2 cents in.
So first of all, I think you need to what you call, write down what you want to achieve in this real estate investment. Whether you want to go and pursue a single family or multifamily, even before that, you need to see what your goals are. Like, are you planning to build a income portfolio or something like that? And then what are those numbers, etc. You can work through all that, and then based on that, your knowledge skill level, you plan it, like whether you want to pursue single family, multifamily, and your financial position also is very important for that. And based on that, then you can start attending these meetup groups and join Facebook groups in that segment. For example, if you feel more comfortable with single family, there are a bunch of single family meetup groups. If you're comfortable with multifamily, then there are a bunch of multifamily meetup groups. You start attending those. And then even same thing, you join the Facebook group and start following the chat when you have time. And another very popular portal is biggerpockets.com. A lot of people started their real estate journey there, biggerpockets.com. And also, I would say this podcast, subscribe to a few podcasts. There are very good ones out there. You can see by number of subscribers, right? Certain podcasts like have thousands of subscribers, which means that definitely the podcast host is maintaining the quality of the content. So I would rate that way. If there's quantity or quality is not good, mostly people won't stay there, right? So that's what I would say. Pat, go ahead.
You took all mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took my phone and it became my academy. I have traveled and gone to meetups and also seminars when I started way back when they were still doing that. But yeah, the biggest thing probably is, the podcasting. That's the biggest thing. I put this in the car and I don't even listen to the radio anymore. I listen to podcasts, and I use Sunday as my self-improvement day. That's all I do is listen to podcasts or read different manuals or, blog posts and stuff like that. The biggest first thing you really kind of pointed out is write down your goals. What are you trying to do? Where are you going? Single family, multifamily, and get that elevator speech made up, right? Of how many units you're going to go for and what areas and stuff like that. Because when you voice that, people then will help you. We say, hey, listen, ours is 24 units to 140 in, Michigan, southeastern Michigan, Georgia, Colorado. People already know, okay, well, I'm thinking it's B and C class areas, so you have that elevator speech already made up. But that was great advice.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, but keep going to these things so that you don't lose the momentum. So you have to have that mindset. If you feel that, and I will go again after a month or 2 months, then you will lose the momentum, and then you lose the interest. So it's very important to maintain that momentum of going to certain, at least few a month, and so that you keep your motivation level high, and then you pursue higher and higher goals, and then you'll succeed in them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So personally, I attend at least maybe 8 to 10 meetups every month. even though my time is very, very difficult to manage. But
Well, now, I guess has COVID and all has that really helped you? Because now we're doing it from home, right? So has that really kind of helped you?
Yep, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because that's kind of helped me is instead of the travel time and all that kind of stuff, you can just click on the link and go. So,
yep.
Awesome. Okay.
Has anyone mentioned the Michigan RIA training? They have training as well.
Okay. Awesome. All righty. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Kind of question in. What are your thoughts on getting licensed? Is it worth it? Is it essential?
So what is your end goal? Do you want to build a job stream out of it, or do you want to do a business? So if you are looking for business, I believe in most of the businesses, you don't need any of those licenses and certifications. Whereas if you want to be a real estate professional and build a career in that path, maybe it is very helpful. So think through whatever your path is going to be. Based on that, you decide.
Okay. Now, so I'm starting off as a wholesaler, and I know that recently there's been a lot of outbursts and there's been a lot of regulations that have been put into place. That's kind of why I'm thinking, I'm leaning more towards maybe getting licensed so that it kind of just adds to my what I can offer. And that's why I was kind of just wondering what somebody of your experience they would think in terms of whether it's worth it to get licensed or not.
If you're if you're a real estate agent, right, then it may make more sense to be a licensed real estate agent. That way you will get more credibility from your end clients. Whereas if you want to be a multifamily syndicator, right, typically most of the syndicators don't go for any certification or license. Like CCIM is one of the most popular one in multifamily. A lot of people don't even do that CCIM. They learn the skills and then they use them and then they become successful in that path. So it's difficult to give a blanket answer to go or no go. It's case by case. If it is applicable in your case, go for it. So sorry being such a
No, I get it. It's a tough question. A lot of people I know that I've actually asked this question to, they're on the fence. And I think a lot of these people would agree with you that it is on a case by case basis.
Yeah.
And it's up to the individual whether or not they want to do it. So no, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Good question. Good question.
Yeah.
That is a concern. Obviously, do you get licensed? Do you get these certifications? Obviously check out what that entails, right? Because you have to keep it up to be a broker. You have to keep all that stuff up to do that. So that's good advice. Awesome. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, the best thing is if you are really serious, right? Start reaching out to some sponsors and offer some help to them and see if they can make you work on some items. That way you will learn firsthand. All right. Yeah, of course, you from your side, time is the investment, may not be the money, but something you need to do, right? Something you have to invest in, either money or time to get familiar with the subject.
Yeah. I mean, you seem to have that mindset of just what you said is you're thinking, how do I do more tasks in a day with somebody else's system or tools? That's kind of what I'm gathering, right? And that's kind of a mind shift for at least for me. You try to do that stuff, but that's an awesome thing to have because that's I think propelled you to where you're at now. You're disciplined, but yet you're also using systems to help you.
Yeah. So everybody has to do some scaling exercise after they hit some limit, right? So that's one of the effort you can do in the initial stages. Take help from all the people who want to get into that business. That's one approach. Or hire some people. If one can hire employees, then that's best route. So, and it has got its pluses and minuses. So you need to get the right employee with the right motivation level.
Yeah. Well, it seems like the way you've got it set up is you're taking time-consuming, efforts and putting it onto somebody that's, that can do that and loves to do that, right?
Yep.
And then you're getting the fruits of, okay, I know that these 20 are coming in, but I'm only looking at 5 because you've already taken the wheat from the chaff, as they say, right?
Yep.
You've taken the good from the bad or the better, and then you spend that time on those instead of looking at the 20 and go, oh my God, I got to get to bed sometime. Well, you're really fine tuning your focus. I love that. I think that's probably the biggest nugget. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have gone over, and I'm very grateful for you staying longer. I appreciate this, sir. And again, thank you for your time and energy, and thank you for sharing. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Again, in 2 weeks, we'll have another one, but I don't know if we can top this one. This one's been pretty special, and I thank you again. I'm very grateful for you to come on.
Anytime.
And again, look for an email from me sometime later tomorrow afternoon with the recording of this, where to get the link, and also the chat box. So again, make sure you put your information in the chat before you go if you haven't. And thank you very much, sir. I appreciate your time and energy. Go get some dinner.
Yep.
And look at some deals tonight. Would you do something and look at some deals, okay?
Sure. So let's see if we can work on something together. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.